Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Album Review Corner. This week I'm going to review Nirvana's Nevermind. Alright, so you guys may have known Nirvana was from Seattle, and this is their second album. Seattle was known as the grunge capital of the basically United States at the time. This is their second album. It was released in 1991, and it was produced by the legendary Bruce Vague. I don't know if I said that right, but so the first track, I'm just gonna go through the track list real fast here. There's 15. I have the deluxe edition here. There's 15 tracks. So I'm just gonna go through them, give you my quick opinions, the meanings and whatnot, and then just give my overall thoughts about the band and this album. Okay, so the first track is the legendary one with the legendary drum solo is Smells Like Teen Spirit, and basically Kurt wrote this song because he was feeling disgusted with his generation's apathy and his own apathy and spinelessness. Basically, the feeling of attachments is what made the lyrics sound like they are, and Kurt really, this is coming from his bandmate, Kurt really despises mainstream, and this song is basically a rebellion song, and basically saying we're not gonna follow what you guys want us to follow, and whatever. Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, the intro to the song is probably the best part in my opinion, just because it gets the album off to a great start with the headbanging and whatnot. But yeah, the whole song is just it's no wonder it's one of their best hits, because it's there the whole time. You'll listen to it one day and it'll be there a week after. You'll still have it in your head. So it's definitely very catchy, and definitely you get the message if you listen to it pretty close. The second song is In Bloom, and basically this song is about disdain for rednecks, macho men, and abusive people, and this song is basically an attack on those groups. Yeah. Alright, the third song is Come As You Are, and it is about people and it's basically about people and what they are supposed to act like. And the lyrics are intentionally confusing to basically give an opinion. Oh, this is what you're supposed to be, but then you can also be like this. This is what yeah. Alright, the fourth song is Breed, and this song is about growing up and being trapped in the middle class America. And this song was written when Kurt started to use the people around him to write his music. Like he would just say go to a coffee shop or whatnot and look around and say, oh, that's interesting, I could use that example or whatever in one of my songs. And that's when he started to do that stuff. That's number 4. It's Breed. It's another one of the songs I had in my head a couple days ago. It doesn't go away. The message and whatever is still there, and it's definitely those type of songs what makes this album legendary and one of my favorites of all time. The fifth song is Lithium, and this is basically about a self-loathing song. It's very confusing. It could be about Kurt just struggling with his demons and wanting to escape and be normal in many senses of the word. And okay, number 6 here is Polly, and this song, some of you guys may know, is about a true story. It's about a kidnapping of a 14-year-old girl in 1987. She was returning from a concert in Tacoma, Washington, when she was abducted by a man named Gerald Friend. He took her back to his mobile home and raped her. The girl, whose name was not released, was tortured with a whip, a razor, and a blowtorch. She managed to escape when Friend took her for a ride and stopped for gas. He was arrested and sent for jail. So this story sent to jail. Sorry. This story had obviously had a profound effect on Kurt, and he just, if you listen to it, it's basically Kurt's putting himself in the place of this man Gerald. He is saying, Polly wants a cracker, but I'm sitting on her, and they're both bored, and so he kind of lets her go. Essentially, what I get from it. you know, it could be whatever, but it is a true story. It's definitely an interesting story and definitely a good song. One of their most famous. All right, so the seventh song is Territorial Pissing, and it's a rock song. It's actually recorded right from a jam session of Nevermind. Basically points out Kurt's feminist views. It's a good song for sure. It's a very rough song, very fast and rough song. The eighth song is Drain You, and it could be about Kurt's relationship with his then girlfriend at the time, Toby Vale, or it could be about Kurt's heroin struggle, and just yeah. The ninth song is Lounge Act, and this is about heartache and relationship after he broke up with his girlfriend at the time. How funny is that, right? Basically, the name of the song comes from when the band thought that the bass in the opening of the song sounded like a bass that a cheesy lounge band would have. And that's definitely an interesting story to tell. If you're a Dave Grohl or whoever, we thought this was, so it sounded good. So it's definitely a good song. And it could, like I said, it's about his ex Toby Vale, and they had a weird relationship, it seems like. Alright, the 10th song is Stay Away, and it's about many things. One major topic is about annoyance and the lack of popularity, especially in school. It's basically, for those kids that aren't the popular ones, and there's plenty of them out there. I was one of them for a short time, but so really good song. Alright, track number 11 is On a Plane, and this is basically about Kurt, what am I thinking? Kurt, expressing elements of songwriting and, writer's block and anything that goes along with songwriting, like I said, writer's block or trying to get his voice perfect. And it's basically Kurt that's saying that he, at this time in his life, is on a plane, or is the highest point of his life, is the climax, or and that he can't complain about it for sure, because this is the most success he will probably ever have. And unfortunately, it kind of was, because 3 years later he passed away from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, unfortunately. All right, track number 12 is Something in the Way, and this was actually not on my version, so I looked it up here, and it's about Kurt's life and about him being homeless. He talks about just living underneath a bridge and that experience and all that. So it's definitely interesting if you get to listen to it. The track number 13, which again was kind of mixed up on my version, I looked it up, make sure, was Even in His Youth, and this is where Kurt expresses his need for acceptance from his father when his father disappeared, and he basically said that he doesn't think he's good enough for his dad. That's why his dad left him, which is definitely an interesting topic. If you are into rock biographies, reading those, you see a lot of artists whose fathers or parents or whoever have just abandoned them, and they're left to be raised by somebody else. So that's definitely a major turning point in an artist's career. Alright, let's see here. The next song, number 14, is Aneurysm. It's the first song about Kurt's ex Toby Vale. He's basically trying to win her back. And it's a rough song, very loud, very aggressive, and then yeah. Alright, the next song, I don't exactly know how to say it. How funny is that? Number 15 is about not being welcome in an environment, as you can tell. Is again very angry, and yeah. So this is especially in school, like I said again. Very angry, very rough song. Alright, so overall, aside from me not knowing track number 15's name, I apologize for that. If you guys, please don't hate on me for that. It's a tough, doing this pretty fast and trying to get this stuff done. But overall, this album is for sure one of my favorites. Nirvana is, one of those bands that is timeless. It's like a what can I compare it to? I compare it to, and this is not, and I'm trying to compare, I'm trying to compare stature. I'm trying to compare, maybe let's try Kiss and in Nirvana, where they will always be around, and there will be always fans that will like them no matter what, and regardless of what you think of either band. And that's not a fair comparison. I realize that, but yeah. All right, so yeah, like